Welcome back to another episode of You Heard It Here First with your host DJ Max. Heard It Here First is a conversation created for the future. Heard It Here First is when I get the chance to talk to entrepreneur, bright-minded people, artists, creators, just kind of bringing the community together with the brightest mindset, helping each other grow and move to a next level. And today, man, I got a special guest in the building. This man is actually a homie of mine. We done worked together on a lot of different projects. He's one of the top growing artists in Washington. I don't even want to put my boy into a category, but he's definitely a creator, a model, someone you can learn from, someone who I learned from too. I'm inspired from what he do, how he dress, and just a lot, man. And it's a pleasure to have him here today. And looking forward to just learning more and more from bro. And he's the one and only Nico Fortune, my boy. How you doing, bro?
What it do, Max? What's going on, my boy?
Man, I'm coolin', man.
Pleasure to be here.
Of course,
it's a
bro.
blessing.
Man, come on now. The first thing I said when I saw you, I said, outfit go crazy, man. The whole style, like you came ready,
it's
what I'm saying?
Shout out to Rags Vintage, man.
Yes,
shout out to my people for getting me right, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh. Man, from the whole fit, the glasses, everything, you came on the show, man. You ready to let people know who you are, And I also told you, like, we not gonna be on no heavy level interview vibes because I already know you like that, and where things that we are work on and project that we are, people can expect
100%.
from us. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna get right into the flow and just execute it, bro. So man, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, what you do, like. What do we know you for, Nico?
Shit, man. Most people know me for music and being a fly nigga, man. My name's Nico Fortune. Ness incarnate to some, Big 18 to some. Many things and many, but one thing you can't say is I'm not fly, you feel me? Yeah. A lot of things to a lot of people, but my main medium of art is music. Right. But I create a lot of different things, man. I'm a producer of art. I put things together. I try to put people together and try to do great things, man. So
yes,
I view myself as a creator. I don't put myself in a box, but music is my main medium. Right. It's my main vehicle. But there's so much more, model, all that, man. But I like to look at myself as a creative, man, a creative juggernaut, bro. Whatever I want to do, I do it. I have ideas and I execute them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So where you from, bro?
I'm originally from South Carolina, man. Sumter, South Carolina, man. Merck City, baby.
Yes,
Merck City, stand up. 803, what's good with you? Come on, man.
Yes, sir. You from the South. That's what's up, bro. Like, that's one thing I always see out here. It's like, most of us that really come out here to put in the work are not from out here, you know what I'm saying? So it's like when we get out here and we see the opportunities, bro, we get striving for it. We gonna take life into our hands, bro. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, so for that, man, on that note, what created some of the transition from North Carolina to Washington, and what have and we're gonna get into the music, but just to get to know like a little bit where you started from and where you at now, and you also live in Minnesota for a bit too. So
yeah, I've been all around, man.
Yeah,
I've been around.
Bounce around that. So how was it like leaving North Carolina? What was the motivation behind the transition?
Really, I mean, the motivation was family. Not a lot of opportunity where I'm from, man. It's a tough place to grow up, tough place to to try to make a life for yourself and build something productive for yourself. My mom didn't want that life for me. We grew up on the south side of Sumter, South Carolina, but more affectionately known as most people down there as Merck City. And you ain't got to put two and two together why it's called that, man. Shit, it just speaks for itself, And it's it has its positives, but there's just not enough there. Right. I always saw bigger for myself, and bigger is not there. It's still home at the end of the day. But I've always wanted more for myself, and my mother wanted more for all her children. So we just wound up getting up out of there and making it work, making it change, man.
Yes, sir. And the whole transition to Washington, bro, how's that for you? Like, were you more like high school wise, or you just came out here with the mindset of music? How did that come apart?
I came out here with the mindset of I was a teen when I came out here. Not to Seattle particularly. I came to the east side of the state when I first moved to the PNW. Shout out to Spokane, 509, Spoke Compton. Nigga, what's up with you?
Right.
Yeah, man, I moved over there when I was about 16. And at that point in time, I was always, lover of music. I wrote raps here and there, but I didn't take it serious. My life was football. Right. So when I got to the Northwest, my life was football, And I was just being a kid, living life, pursuing football for as long as I could. And
Right.
then, once that changed, took a little figured out life basically. And eventually I figured I wanted to do music. I made that transition. Started making more music in high school and always had people kind of in my ear like, hey, bro, you should take it serious, bro. People hear me freestyle, whoop, whoop. And I was like, whatever, I'm focused on football. But once I took that as long as I could,
Right.
that's when I, focused on music, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And now, like you mentioned earlier, music is pretty much your main medium of like, who you are and what you do right now. But I feel like there's other parts of you that is also like worth elaborating on, like besides music, like whether it's like fashion or whatever else you were doing. What else you think will be that next big thing on your plate if you were to, like, you know what I mean? I know music is there. What else you think is right behind music when it comes to your creative arts?
I think what else is right behind it is really just curation. Whether it's putting together shows, whether it's helping out other people with productions, helping other people out with their art, being an unseen hand. I truly enjoy the process of creating art. I enjoy every facet of the process. I'm a very hands-on creator. Even in the process of my music videos, I'm very, from the shot list to, every little thing aesthetically, I'm, very hands-on with that stuff. So by nature, enjoying the process, I enjoy being a part of the process of other people's art as well.
Right.
I enjoy it just as much as mine. I get so inspired, Of course, we all have, there's, big artists, big whatever, people that inspire us, of course, as we grow up. But like, one thing that's really giving me life is just seeing my people around me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is amazing to help somebody else execute their vision as well.
That's one thing I realized about you, even when I met you way back then when we first started even communicating, is that your idea when it comes to like, the role that you play as a person, and like you seem ready, like, well-minded when it comes to like how you want to be presented to your community and what parts and stuff you want to play and how you want to help other people become, reach their extended goals, So on that note, bro, like how would you say, man, I feel like I had a constructive question to how you carry yourself on that note, right? How would you say your music played when it comes to like bridging those gap of who you are as a person and what you're projecting message out there, you know what I'm saying? Because you know how it be, bro. Some guys be living a whole nother life and selling you a whole nother script.
Yeah.
So how do you think that those parts play, you enlightening the community and also your music? How do you bridge that together?
It really just kind of happens organically, bro. I put myself in position to be a part of different things, man. Shout out to my boy Fuego. I've got a lot of opportunities to working with my boy Mr. Gatsby, the one. You feel me? Put some respect on his name. But through working with bro, he was someone who was really integral in pushing me to get into other mediums and seeing myself more than just a hip hop artist,
Right.
Really tapping into the fashion, really tapping into modeling, being part of production, helping out, whether it's BTS, whether it's whatever we need on set, set design, whatever, being a part of productions of all other mediums of art. I think that's what just made it like really over time really made me more well-rounded. And the way the music played in, I'm hands-on with my own art, and it just created opportunities to help other people. I naturally, when I see someone doing something, they need a hand, I want to be a part of it, So I think over time, being on sets, being on multiple productions, and just having that opportunity and experience through working with bro, I think that's what really opened me up to that, opened my mind to that, and it kind of just happened organically, really, to put it to encapsulate that answer.
That's dope. That's dope. And now on that note, how do you think creating visual content embraced with your music? Like, did you think like working with Fuego and actually like, you guys are doing more visual or like content online and all of that, does that also play an impact in the growth of your style of music, or you felt like your music was always
it's synonymous? It's synonymous. When I create, I'm a very visual person as it is. That's just naturally how I am. So when I'm in the process of writing a song, if we're talking about the process of creating a song from farm to table, when I'm writing it, there's usually a vision already there. As I write, there's a movie in my head, you know what I'm saying? And then the song is a script. So by the time I'm done writing a song, it's already, there's a small skeleton of a concept there, and then that idea grows. You know, I'll bring it to Fuego. I'll bring it to, you know, the creative people in my circle, and then, you know, them being great minds, us creating a mastermind, they add on to it. They expand it. What if we did this? What if we did that? Because I'm not just the type of person like, this is my idea, and just, you know, we can create a big 12 times bigger. You feel me? You might see something in my idea that's 12 times bigger, or made it even better. You know, I was just thinking
seeing
this
it from a different perspective.
Yeah, man. I can't tell you how many conversations I have in my circle. I'll bring an idea, a concept, and they'll be like, that's dope, but let's expand on that shit. And I'll be like, damn, I didn't even think of it like that, bro. Like, we about to go up with this shit.
Man, and that's dope. That's unique of you, bro. Like, I think about it, it's like being able to just put it on the table and let everybody just play their part into it. That's really the best part of creativity. Like, no matter, like, getting ideas from people that had no idea about what the situation is. Like, almost like getting a bar from a note rapper, like, just in the studio having a good time, you know, saying shit, like, having a good time, and before you look, those funny things that was being said, just put it together to create something that was, you know, that you probably wasn't thinking about, just because the mood and how the situation built itself, you know. That's why I feel like creators like spaces that are creative, or like stick around people who are creative, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know the impact of that, bro. So I feel like my next question is like, bro, as an artist that's been doing this for a while, and like, you know, I know there's always ups and downs. It's not, you know, we all have our circumstances of maintaining it. What would you say has been some of your major, like, I would say, like, motivation, or kind of like what's pumping that momentum, that keeping you going years and years after years? If you could look at somebody out there right now who's having a shaky run, and you just telling them, like, dude, I've been doing this, you know what I mean? What's behind that?
Really, what's been behind it is just, I would really say just the love for it, man. That's what fuels it. You gotta love this shit, bro.
Nah, for real.
Really, especially if you're an artist, you better have some love for this. No, you really, you burning money.
Yeah,
you better have some love for this. You better have some love for this, and be able to see the bigger picture. Otherwise, you really it's an expensive hobby.
Right.
You know? And that's really it. Love for this shit. Like, real love for this shit. Nothing making me feel close to this, bro. I knew at a young age that I was going to do this. I really did. Like, second grade, they said, what you going to be when you grow up? I wrote 2 things, and those are the only 2 things I've ever pursued in life. I put football player and a rapper, musician.
Right.
That was at 7 years old. You feel me? Damn. And I ain't never pursued nothing else in life. I pursued football as long as I could do it, and then it's been music ever since. And so it's just been the love for this shit. I really love this shit. I really love art. I really love how you can impact somebody's life. You make music, you the soundtrack to somebody's life. Somebody got to grind to that. Somebody got to thug to that shit. You feel me? Somebody got to get through everyday life to that shit. And you have that opportunity. So for me, that love stems from somebody inspired me, made music that got me through life. You know, whether, you know, no matter who it is, whether it be Nip, Pac, you know, Kid Cudi, whoever you name, you know, at the time, that, you know, that's what made me love it. You know, when you hear a song and you can think back to a moment in life where you were going through this, that, and the third, that's priceless. You know, that's priceless value.
Right.
You know, so that
aspect of love, bro, can change everything. Like you said, it's different when you just doing something because you have to do it, or you working a job because you have to work it. But when you have a love and it's something that's so strong, it's like, I feel like, I say this all the time, like J. Cole said, if you don't chase your dream, it will always hunt you. It's like one of those kind of situations where it's just like, oh yeah, I could say I could just hold back on it, but that gap is always gonna be empty, you know what I'm saying? You're always gonna feel like you never fulfilled it. But chasing what you've been wanting to do, like I always had the mindset to, you know, create a podcast, or like, you know, conversational, you know what I'm saying? When I was much younger, I actually wanted to be a radio host, bro. Like, you know, have my own talk show on the radio, but nobody listens to the radio anymore. Mm-hmm. But like, you know, when you were young, riding to school and shit, listening to do on the radio type of thing, morning show, or like
Vision was there.
You feel me? Listening to that late night DJs and it just playing that mixtape and just taking you throughout the night. Just, you know, those were the things I thought about as a youngin'. Like I always felt like I had a space. It's either gonna be, I know I was never going to be a rapper, but I was going to be around artists. I was going to be around creators. I was going to network with people in those fields, you know what I mean? So, especially within the entertainment industry. So, I just feel like with you having that mindset, you know what I mean? Having that love, that consistency for what you want, and you've been doing it for so long, it just, you can't expect nothing but better. You know what I'm saying? And that just what comes with consistency. No matter what, it's just gonna keep getting better, and that's something that you love and that you're gonna strive for. You know, and talking about love and music and what got you into all of that, bro. Like, what's your top 3 artists right now, bro? When it comes to creative flow, when it comes to like, what do you listen to if you weren't listening to your?
It's so hard for me to do that, bro, because like my shit be day to day. I got days where I'm listening to.
That's why I use the word right now. Like, I know
right now, like if you want to say right now, and I'll probably just tell you what I've been listening to today, because it changes day by day, because that's how much I listen to different music.
I feel you.
I got days where I wake up and I listen to all types of shit. Like I'll be.
Do you think you've been listening to a certain artist for a little? Maybe listen to a little more songs on their catalog than you do on other artists.
Right now, I would say artists right now that I've been fucking with. I've been fucking with them for a minute, but that's someone who's consistent in my playlist. Probably like Low Shimmy.
Oh, yeah, right.
Low Shimmy is somebody I've been listening to a lot. I've been revisiting it because we consume music so weird now, bro. Here's my problem with the way people consume shit. I know I'm going off on a tangent.
No, you good. You good, bro.
But it kind of falls into what I'm gonna say. People are so used to consuming fast form content that they have applied that way of consuming, that mindset of consuming towards music. Boom, I listened to the album twice. It was good or bad, and then they move on. Whereas like that music actually has, if you listen to it, that music has value. You can go back to it 2 years ago. 2 years from now, and it still hits.
Right.
Then it has value, but people don't consume like that anymore. It's just on
like
to the
fast
next.
dopamine now. It's just it's like almost like it's like a quick drug. It's like it sounds good for now. Play, and you don't even want to listen to it the next day.
Exactly. And people be like, "Oh, have you heard this?" I listen to albums months later after everybody not dick riding it no more. You feel me? I don't care how hot it is. Niggas be like, "Have you heard the new album?" Nah, bro. I'm gonna listen to it eventually, but I'm gonna listen to it correctly. I'm gonna listen to it from top to bottom. I'm gonna consume it and try to consume it in a way of like, okay, can I kind of understand where this artist was coming from, like where they going with it? What was your vision with this? Because I wanted. That's how you consume. You got people out here talking about hip hop, and they don't even know how to consume it.
People think like
art in general, they don't know how to consume it.
Right. You just hit an album, play a song off the album. It should just be a banger, and that's how artists work. And most people, that's why K-Dot is who he is, bro. Because most people, when you listen to K-Dot music, it's actually a story being told.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can legit listen to an entire storyline just listening to songs at a time. Do you know how much level of creativity you gotta be to be able to conjoin like other songs and make the same meaning towards whatever else?
Exactly.
It's
that
just
replay value is
me?
Different for different artists.
Exactly.
With Kendrick, it might be because he told a layered story, and you have to figure out that narrative, because he's so intentional with what he says. Someone like Future, it might be you're listening back because of just little parts of the sound or the flow. Like, damn, I didn't even notice he hit that pocket right there.
Exactly.
It's still value nonetheless, but it's different forms of it. Like, this new Future album is a perfect example. Niggas talking about his ass. I think y'all niggas is crazy. He 3 for 3 this year. Y'all fucking tweaking. Excuse my French. Y'all tweaking.
They just hating, bro. That's just straight hate.
Like, people went, and I can't tell you how many people, and I was like watching this in real time on Twitter. It's just interesting. I like Twitter because it's like virtual people watching. You get to literally watch how people behave, right? That's the internet in general, but I like to really just observe people, right? And I'm seeing in real time just the takes and stuff. And like the first day, niggas like, oh, his ass. And by the third day, niggas like, oh, this shit hard. He 3 for 3. I'm like, yeah, bro, you gotta listen to it a couple times. Nigga, yeah, I'll listen to it once. It was ass.
That's how it works.
You gotta listen to it a bunch of times.
It gotta belt.
It happens to me sometimes.
Belt, for real.
Like for example, I remember when A Whole Lotta Red came out. I thought that shit was so ass, and then like 2 months later, that shit was all I listened to. I played that album into the ground because I appreciated it the more I listened to it and I saw what Cardi was trying to do.
And I would say, bro, when it comes to listening to an artist or listening to something creative, bro, you're not just gonna listen because everybody's saying, oh, it's trash or oh, it's good. Like, bro, because if you do that, you're really not even gonna listen to the album. Like, you listen to the artist based on the mood, like based on like. If I selectively listen to an artist, like let's say it's an R&B artist, bro, late night, my long day is over, I'm just want to chill, want to listen to some music. Now I'm sitting and actually listening to, okay, But I'm not gonna listen to bro because I'm listening to why people say it's good or bad.
Exactly.
Okay,
this one good. Which harkens back to what I said
Like,
earlier about why I listen to albums months later, because I don't, the chatter, you're listening to it biased because you already looked at everyone's opinions of it. It's trash. Now you're going into it, listening, consuming the art with a preconceived notion.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what y'all said about it. I'm gonna listen to it when I get to it, and I'm gonna appreciate it for what it is. Now, and I'm gonna listen to it top to bottom, actually consume it. And if it's ass to me, then it's ass to me. But it's ass to me, not because y'all said it is.
Real.
Because the internet think it is. It's ass because I think it's ass. You feel me?
Bro, 100%, bro.
Same thing if it's fire. It's fire because I think it's fire. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about on Twitter.
State your own opinion because that's what matters to you. That's what you're going to fall asleep on at the end of the night, bro. But, at this point of the show, bro, this is where we get into more of what do you got, bro? What do what are things expectation wise, like for real? Like I want us to work on another show. That's something that we have worked on before. I appreciate you for getting me into that opportunity, hosting that event. That was dope experience, bro.
Great night, man. As of late,
that was an amazing night,
a legendary night. Yes, sir.
And I feel like we talked about how more we can impact the community with those kind of events, or like pushing towards the winter now. Like how can we execute the summer by like closing it off with something really dope? You know what I'm saying? And as we keep working for the next time or the next big thing that pop up, but I just feel like we should end that summer year, mostly just a summer, with a banger like we started. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like, what's your process right now when it comes to shows? What's your process right now when it comes to new music? Is there any expectation that we can look out for when it comes to like just you as an individual? Something new, like I see you Rags Vintage. All your new, like, what are some, what I'm saying? What are some expectation that's on the way right now that you think we should all look out for?
You should definitely be on the lookout for a project. I'm not gonna name it right. I mean, the name is there, but I'm not gonna.
It's all good.
It's on the way.
Heard it here first.
Ain't no you heard it here first. Ain't no on the way. It's done. Niggas be like, I got a project coming. That shit ain't even done. No, I only speak on things that are concrete, solid. You feel me?
Man. Tell them.
So y'all can expect a project and expect a lot of just dope art to stem from that project. And after that, we definitely looking to do, we're definitely looking to put together an experience from that project. That's my next step, is putting together this project and really giving people an experience with it so they can kind of see where I'm at. And bro, that's really my main thing, just really in and out the fourth quarter and the rest of the end of this year with a bang, with a really dope project with a lot of dope concepts and art that's going to come from it, visual art that comes from it, and just really telling my narrative, because I really feel like this collection of songs all encapsulate like my life this year, where I'm at. And, I just can't wait to share it with folks. It's a little bit of different vibes for everybody. And you can expect that. You can expect some more events, because that's something that, as we talked about earlier, that was like my, one of my bigger things that I did this year, was putting together more events and producing that. And that was great. And now I just want to put together more, and it's not about like, I want to perform. I just want to put people in position, bro. Because I got so many talented people around me, other talented artists, and I just want to put them in position, as many positions as I can. That's the mark of a true leader. Realizing people's strengths and just giving them the opportunity to win, because that's all you can ask for is opportunity.
Exactly. That's one thing I learn about you, bro. Just working with you and just the working back and forth, or what is just hanging out at the studio or whatever we do. It's like, that's genuine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we talked about the next show, you were like, bro, I'm not even tripping on being, you know what I mean? Like, if we can get people in position and just, expand on that, bro. Like, I want to, like, you were willing to watch other wings. That even at that show that night, you were the last artist to perform, but you were rocking everybody's set, bro. You were doing your thing, bro. Like, you play a full engagement, bro. At one point of the show, I saw you in the crowd doing your thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you show that love, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You rock with everybody there, bro. You show them why they were there, you know what I mean? Why they made that roster, you feel me? And I feel like that right there is super genuine, bro, because everybody want to be the center of their attention and not willing to gave others their flowers, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that, I feel like that is where the grown up, the whole the whole structure as a person really defines you right there, because it really shows like, oh, bro, it's just not like, because you know this entertainment game, bro. Everybody's greedy, hungry, muggy, whatever they get, they're gonna strain it out the pot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you meet somebody who's just as genuine, just want to see everybody eat, see everybody get shot, see everybody shine bright, it's a little more different, bro. It's worth more than money, I say, in most cases. So, you know, just working with you and seeing that part of you, bro, I definitely want to give you your flowers on that for sure. You know what I mean? And I think that's something we can work on too, trying to close this summer out with some, you know, with whether you want to be on the lineup or not. But I just feel like we definitely need to throw something before the summer is fully over.
I agree, bro. You know, we already in the same mindset. That's really what we trying to work on now, and behind the scenes is just put together one more big shebang, you know, to just really encapsulate everything, you know, because I got a lot of art coming out. There's a lot of artists I'm associated with that are about to put out some really dope projects in the fourth quarter. So I just want to bring all those people together and give them that spotlight. So that's where we're really at, man. A lot of new music and experiences to come with it, whether that's, you know, the content that goes with it and the narrative and the story that we're going to tell with the music, or the events and the opportunities to be involved and tap in with this community that we building. Either way, it's just an experience. Just creating experiences for folks, because a lot of musicians out there, a lot of art, you feel me? But what's the why? The why is just telling that story and giving people an experience, man. That's the why. Why should you listen to my music? I'm going to show you why.
Exactly. Give people a reason, you know, like it's with everything, bro. Even with the brand, like, you know, we say, you know, why would people want to shop with you? Why would people want to listen to you? Even on the podcast.
Exactly.
What are you saying? What can you say that's going to benefit my life for me to sit here and watch your 45 minutes of your content? You know what I'm saying? So it's like the why is really, really important, man. And I feel like you make that make sense. And let's not forget, bro, you've been moving around lately, man, traveling and all that, bro. How's that been, bro? You know what I'm saying?
It's been good, man.
That's what bring a lot of creativity out, man, moving around and seeing different things and just different places, and, you know, how the way people engage and act, that can really bring a whole nother side of your creativity, bringing light to that part, man. So how's that, man? How's the move around?
The move around's been good, man. Just been locking in. Been in Houston a lot. That's been my second home.
I want to visit, bro. I can't wait. Never been.
You gotta pop out with me, bro. It's a great city.
Definitely.
Good peoples, man. Just been blessed to have a dope network out there and just continue to expand my sound and expand my reach. Got some LA stuff coming up soon, bro. Shout out to my niggas out there.
Yes, sir.
Spoke Compton was fun this year. You know, we're going to be coming back to Spoke Compton soon, too.
Yeah,
you know,
Spokane, yeah.
Spokane
How was that?
509 Fest was turned, man. Shout out to Spokane. They had two great events in that music scene this past Friday. So shout out to the Spokane scene. Everybody doing their thing out there.
That's what's up.
But yeah, man, just been moving around. Went to St. Louis to work with some folks. You know, shout out to my nigga A Moot.
Yep.
You know, went out there and worked with my boy, locked in. Got some crazy shit coming with him. So So just continuing to move around. Those are some places I've been going. I want to go more places, but for me, it's just been about making shit make sense.
Right.
You know, going
gotta be
where
there for a reason.
Got to be there for a reason. Got to be there with purpose. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, I don't really go outside. I go out of town. You feel me? What is outside that I have not seen last weekend? That's not really outsiding. It's not uncharted territory, brother. I'm Bear Grylls with this shit. I'm outdoors. I don't be outside. I be outdoors, nigga. Another city.
Nah, for real, bro. You said I be outdoors, man. That's what's up,
You're not
bro.
a real explorer,
Nah, 100%. You got to be able to move around, man. You got to be able to see things, you know. That was one of my favorite part of coming out here, or like even moving around. Like, it's different when you get to transition, when you get to see different things, and it inspires you to become a whole nother person, a whole nother character, especially if you see certain things and you're looking at, because we all got our own circumstances that we think is so bad, like, oh my God, like this is like nobody ever experienced, like went through something like that. But when you moved around and see how people really survive in these places that you had really high expectation for, right? You know, like for LA, I've been to LA and to be honest, I wouldn't say I was disappointed or let down from what I saw. It's just like, it's not all about what I thought before I got there. You know what I'm saying? The visuals was different. You got there, you saw reality for reality.
Exactly.
Don't get me wrong. All those things that sell on TV are still there, but you see the real deal.
There's the other side to everything, you know? The ghetto everywhere in America, okay?
You see them streets, boy, downtown LA, you like, oh my goodness. Like, you feel me? Like, you just think it was going to be like a TV show or a movie, but, you know, in reality, it's different. So you got to move around. You got to be able to see that transition. You know, you got to be able to adapt in different cultures and meet different group of people, bro. But, you know, normally at this segment, bro, is when I ask, you know, all my guests or just to look in that camera right there, which is your camera, bro. And if you could inspire somebody who's been in the game, whether it's fashion, whether it's music, you know, whether it's a youngin', it could be a younger brother or older cat who's in the same space as you, bro. And you could just give them a few words to keep that motivation going, to keep that mindset going, and let them know that you've been through it and you still going through it. You know what I'm saying? And just because that's really is my goal, is to like inspire and help like everyone figure out the next step in this process, and they're not alone with it. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to give you the flow, man. Just look at that kid that is in his mama basement right now making beats, trying to figure it out. Like, what can you tell him to, you know, keep that momentum going?
Man, first thing I'm going to say is, like, it's your vision. It's your vision for a reason. You feel me? It's called your vision for a reason. You can't be mad when other people don't see your vision. That's why it's your vision.
Straight up.
You feel me? So you really gotta build a sense of confidence and almost a little bit of delusion. You feel me? You have to have delusional confidence, because there's many things that will try to deter you, but in reality, those things you're going through is happening for you, not to you. It's to test how bad you want it. You know what I'm saying? We make plans and the universe laughs at us. You feel me? And goes, that's what you want? We're going to see if you want it, bro.
That's what you thought.
We're going to see if you want it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And biggest thing I would say is just win the day, man. You feel me? Win the day. Win the day. Everybody got big goals, but you got at the end of the day, you got to break those goals into tangible steps. And those tangible steps is every day. What you do today to get better.
Right.
Win the day, and winning the day gonna look different every single day. Sometimes winning the day means you need to spend some time with family and recharge yourself. Sometimes it means you need to lock in for 18 hours and do whatever the fuck it is you need to do. Right. It's gonna look different, but as long as you win the day, as long as you win the fucking day, you stacked another W.
Yes, sir.
You stack enough good days, you stack enough good weeks, enough good months, you fuck around, stack a good life. Win the day. Just win today. That's all you gotta do.
You heard
and
that
wake up and do it again tomorrow.
You heard it here first, man. Win the day is definitely
win it.
Yeah, you gotta start from the day. You know, I know we all got the long-term goals, but you know, just starting to win the day. Start from what's now and what's present. You know,
that's it.
And I feel like that's one thing I would tell anybody I meet is like, I watch people worry about what's going to happen or what's been happening when they in the same present moment as someone else. Like, especially for example, if I haven't seen you in a while and the entire time all you got to tell me is things that been happening, or like, you know, there's nothing engaging this purposeful moment. Like, hey, yo, I haven't seen you in a minute. This is the moment now. This is what is happening now. Like, let's embrace that, and then we'll figure the rest of what's going to happen or what's already happening. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like a lot of us forget to like stay in present and like win the day, like you said, bro. Like, finish off today. We'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So embrace the present of other people. Like, anybody who sits in that chair, all my guests, like, for you, you like more like a homie. Like, you know, like we like family, bro. We really out here trying to strive. We got the same goals, plans, momentum, and we catch each other in the same places because those are what we are passionate about. Those are things that we want to see, and we want to see the community grow as big as we can get it. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of seeing that, working with you, Fuego, like, you know, the homie Legs, Fred, like the whole team here at Colors, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I feel like it's something that is bigger than us, bro, but like, it's also a family that we have built with such a strong relationship that bro, it's sky's the limit from here, bro. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, it's super scary, man. Like, shout out to Armando, you know, for putting up this space together, because that's really what built our relationship, and that's what really going to transition a lot of things, you know. Like, you even mentioned the recording studio. I know you're going to take crazy advantage of that with your talent and your style and what you do. You already spent a lot of time here anyway, bro. So it just makes sense to to have that whole kitchen in your basement type of situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I just get excited when I get the chance to do things like this, or like, have these conversations, or like work with a team, or like, come up with plans and ideas with you for a show, or whatever creative kind of mentality we have towards everything. It's just really motion, you know what I'm saying? And I always want to take a time to like go over that, because I feel like we don't really get the chance to like, I'm not saying brag about every little thing you do, but you got to tell yourself like, damn, bro, I did it. You know what I mean?
You got
like,
to.
You got
to give yourself those flowers.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. Nobody know what you went through in order to make that happen but you. So you better celebrate that shit. And you better celebrate it and then get back to it,
Yes, sir.
Because tomorrow you got to rent is due again. You feel me? Rent is due again tomorrow. That shit do again. You feel me? You got to do it again. You got to replicate. Enjoy it now, because you have to replicate. You have to supersede that. You have to beat yourself,
right,
because you in competition with yourself.
100%.
So I get a dub like that. Yeah, I'm gonna go hard that night. We just got a dub. Trust me, we going up that night, because I got to do it a fucking again.
That's hundreds and hundreds of thousands.
I got to do it again,
bro.
And again, because that's what success is. You have to do things again and again till these motherfuckers stop playing with your name.
100%, bro. Talking about consistently doing things again and again. Like, what would you consider your recording process like? Are you more of a writer? You be punching in?
It depends on the song and the subject matter. If it's a subject matter that's near and dear in my heart, and I want to express it more intricately and be more lyrical, then I'm gonna probably write. If it's something where it's more melodic, or if I just feel differently. It's all about feel. It has to feel good. Because if it doesn't feel good to you, how the fuck is the music gonna feel good to somebody else? It doesn't feel. I don't like it right. I'm forcing to feel.
Real.
No, how's it gonna feel good to somebody else? So it has to feel good.
Right.
So it just depends, bro. There's times where I'll write 4 bars and be like, that's all I need, and then go punch in the rest. There's other times where I'll write the whole fucking thing in 15 minutes. It's just, I really, really try to give myself, reins to just flow and just go off what I feel.
Yes, sir.
So it depends. I'll write sometimes, and I'll punch in other times. I punch in a little bit more these days, but yeah, I still do both. I pretty much do both, man. Once I get a good skeleton, or I'll write like a certain amount, I'll just leave it there. I'm like, all right, I got my concept. I can, punch in the rest. So,
would you say you got a favorite song? Like, what's your favorite song you ever made so far?
Shit, man. I think my favorite song is it's unreleased. It hasn't been released yet. You feel me? I think my
that means
favorite
the world haven't even heard it yet. That's
the
crazy.
world hasn't even heard it yet. I don't think
that's crazy.
Yeah, my favorite song is like, the world either hasn't heard it yet, or I don't think I've created it yet, because I hold myself to that high of a standard. I love all my music, but I'm just like, it just takes something for me to know it's to feel it's my one. You feel me?
No.
And I think there's something in this, this wave of music that you're about to hear is like probably one of my favorite songs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll wait for that. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I like to be first. You know what I'm saying? First is one of my favorite words. So before you drop that mixtape or album or whatever that collective is, bro,
we gonna listen to
make sure,
it.
you know what I'm saying?
Make
Make sure we get that front. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we're the first group to definitely hear it, because that's something I'm looking forward to, and that's a really unique answer, bro. To be honest, like, I feel like a lot of people can't wait to call that first song they made or something like that, but you got to be really expressive with your art, which defines you as a character. Like, the best thing I've made, you guys have never heard it yet, and that right there is like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? That give me that. Okay, I can't wait for more of this, and just
you got to be open to how it's received as well, because like, it could be the best song to me, and it could be okay to everybody else, and there could be a song that I don't think as highly of, but that's what catch everybody else's ear, and that's just unfortunately. I mean, I wouldn't even say unfortunately. That's just how it goes. You never know which one is gonna be the one that people relate to, that hit people in a different way. And there's a lot of songs that I didn't expect to do what it did, that people really hit me up and be like, that's the one I want to hear at a show, or why didn't you perform that one? And that'll be the one I'm like, I like it. So it's my, it's my music, but it's like not my favorite.
Right.
But that'll be the one motherfuckers be like, mad at come up to me after the show.
That's
Why didn't you
facts,
perform this
though.
tonight,
Yeah,
bro? Why
nah,
didn't you
for
put this in the
real.
set? I'd be
Yeah,
like,
it's
damn, I didn't even
crazy.
think that shit was.
Nah.
I thought that shit was light.
That's
like, I didn't even
facts.
think that's my best work,
bro. Kodak said that No Flocking was his least favorite song, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden that was the biggest hit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just don't get it. A lot of creators say that. Like
It happens to a
like,
lot of people.
What's his name?
It happened to Drake with God's Plan. God's Plan is his. If I'm not mistaken, is his highest streaming song ever. That nigga made that. He said he made it made it as a freestyle off a whim. He didn't think shit of it, but his peoples was telling him like, nah, you need to.
There's motion.
Yeah, his people was in his
motion.
ear about it, and he, listened to his team and he put it out. So to hear him say that, and he's one of the biggest hit makers, to ever do this shit. That shit put it into perspective for me. Like, you don't never know which one is gonna be the one.
Nah, for real though. You just gotta keep an open mind to it. But yo, man, like what inspired your fashion style, bro? And like how does that even play into your music? But I already do want to hear because you remember we had the whole hour-long conversation about Chrome Heart and things, styles and stuff that you were collecting as a creator.
Yeah.
Like, what inspired that, bro? What was behind that?
For me, it's really just what was catching to my eye. I don't really I'll see like something from a trend and be like, all right, I'll take that, put my own spin on it or whatever. But that really stems from just my upbringing. Even though I grew up in South Carolina, my family is from Harlem. And in Harlem, they fly niggas, man. They New York, so make up all fashion, man. So like my people being from out there, even though I grew up down south, I dressed different. You feel me? I always dressed different because my mom would get my clothes from Atlanta or New York, you feel me? So I always had that shit on from a young age,
Right.
Since a jit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Been putting this on.
Been putting this shit on. So
new.
it's kind of just how I grew up. My mom was always like, she just loved putting fits together. My mom is, a lover and consumer of art. She's the person who introduced me to hip hop, actually. So just having that upbringing of, people in the house that are not so much creative, but like lovers of art and appreciators of art, there's always stuff around, I remember watching Dipset growing up and seeing Cameron wear pink, you feel me? And that was some shit. I thought that shit was so fly. I was like, this nigga is fly as shit. Like, that shit tough. That nigga wearing pink and could take your bitch. Like, you feel me? Most people.
Because they say real men wear pink, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
Pink is not a little boy outfit. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that.
Not everybody can pull off pink. You feel me? And that's why I was like, that's tough. And then when I started rocking it, pulling off, I'm like, yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's like that. So
100%. Like talking about your mom putting you on hip hop. What kind of music were you listening to growing up?
Man, shit. I'll start it like this. I'll tell you when I first heard hip hop. I remember when I literally did the whole experience. I found a damn tape recorder, like a Walkman that plays tapes.
Yep.
And my mom had those 2-sided tapes. She used to have a bunch of those that she brought from New York, and they just had different golden era hip hop, Nas, you name it. And the one I found, it had 2 sides. It was a Positive K, I Got It, Man, and the other side was Eric B. and Rakim. And I just was fucking around with it. My mom just saw me messing with her tapes, and I was expecting her to tell me like, man, get out of my music or stop playing with my tape, my tapes. And she let me listen to the shit. You feel me? And that shit blew my mind. So from there, my mom just kind of like fed me culture. You feel me?
Right.
Like, this is KRS-One. This is Big Daddy Kane. You feel me? This is the Diplomats. Like, what my mom just fed me culture. Her being from Harlem, from New York, she's a hip hop lover. You feel me? My mom loves hip hop. So she just really put me on and just fed me culture.
New York definitely play a major role in your music. It was growing up.
Absolutely. It was a perfect storm, really, because my mom put me onto all this stuff from the East Coast, you feel me? DMX, the Diplomats, whoop. And then on the other end, mind you, I grew up in South Carolina. Sumter is about 4 hours away from Atlanta. So it's a perfect storm. I'm listening to the Diplomats and Cameron and, Prime Wayne, you feel me? Mixtape Wayne and Currency and shit. But on the other side, the trap music bubbling up, you feel me? So I'm also listening to Jeezy. I'm listening to all the old Gucci tapes, Birdprint.
Sure.
You feel me? LeBron, James, all that shit. Like, Woo the Kid, Slim Duncan, RP Slim Duncan. Bankroll Fresh. I'm listening to all that shit as well. So it was like a perfect storm. My mom's put me on all the golden era hip hop, making sure I know who my legends is, you know, from KRS-One to Public Enemy to, you know, really schooling me on the shit. And I'm also embracing like the shit that I'm growing up with my generation. So I just had like a balance of listening to it. And then
would you say there's an artist in there that helped inspire your music? Is there artists out there generally you could say, you know, kind of inspire your style of music, or maybe you can kind of picture your lean more towards around them, or somebody you maybe had snatched a little creative juice from? Because you know we all have to figure it out from somewhere in some type of situation. Would you think there's someone out there that you can say, you know?
I think when I was starting out, I just was pulling from a lot, like an amalgamation of things. You feel me? Like it's hard for me to pinpoint because I feel like I truly feel like I pull from a lot of different things.
Right.
So I pulled a little bit from Gucci. I had, you know, inspiration to be, you know, punchy from Wayne. You feel me? When Future came out, I wanted to be more melodic. Like all those things, I just pulled from all those things and those influences and growing up, and it's kind of just became a melting pot. So it's hard for me to pinpoint one person, but there's elements from multiple eras that have all inspired me. You know, like my favorite album of all time, not even the sound. I don't even want to sound like prototypical, but like not prototypical, but like, you feel me? I don't want to sound, I can't think of the word. Anyways, cliche. Right. A lot of people roll their eyes. My favorite album of all time is Me Against the World by Tupac. Like that's a defining album that, like, I don't know, it just stuck to me. It's one of my favorite artists.
There's so many
albums
bangers
of all time. You feel me? So like, I took something from everything.
Right.
Because like I grew up in a household rich on music. You know, my grandmother listening to, you know, all the Motown greats. You know,
right,
and everything. James, you know, all the old school music,
bro.
As you got James Brown playing, you got Stylistics, you got Smokey Robinson playing. Like, you know, it was a rich household of music, bro. I was put on to shit, you know. Bobby Brown, New Edition, like I was put on to shit, and I just was like, it was like overload. You feel me? I loved it all. You know, I just took all of that shit.
That is dope. Having a family that is like, you know, like I had homies back in high school that we would go and sit in the car and listen to a new album religiously and quietly. You know what I mean? Like, especially with artists like back then when, you know, the old K-Dot, and like I said, you know, K-Dot be with that story shit. So me and the homies were like, you know, chill in the car and listen to bars for bars and listen to like the transition of how it gets, you know, those were the kind of conversations that was being had, you know. People we were really talking about music. Like, we really care about like what the artist is presenting, you know, what type of promotion, before it became like a get money scheme and say whatever on a song for a couple little blue check marks, and then all of a sudden, you know, fade away, you know, just like, you know, how the rap scene goes, you boom, you know. And when you were listening to like you said, you had a lot of artists, you know, from New York. Like, all time favorite is Nas, you know. Like, I'm listening to some Nas, and I'm just straight, bro. I don't care what
Nas
mood it is.
Nas is crazy because he in a second prime right now, bro. This man in his 50s
it's
rapping
crazy,
circles around niggas,
you know.
bro.
Like, his music was not like, it didn't change who I am. Like, you know, you listen to some shit that gets you rowdy, some shit that gets you moody.
Of course.
His music is just rap, you know. You just listen to rap, like it's just going. It's just, you on the flow. This is what you want to listen to when you select rap. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, it's so crazy picking, because you can even pick a rap song that don't sound like rap at all. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when, you know, we can get lost into the era of music of, you know, why it's sounding the way it is and all of that great stuff, bro. But, you know, and two, I just want to like let you know, like, when it comes to like your catalog and even some of the names that you name, bro, that's, you know what I mean? Like, your music journey is definitely, like you said, a rich household. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for what more we can expect from you as an artist, as a creator, bro, it's definitely going to be more. You know what I'm saying? Because you dance around the old school a whole lot, and you in the new school era, so you know the transition of what the music has been and where it's going. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that inspiration of what's next, you are the type of artist to probably already see it ahead, or just know what we're gonna be needing within the next couple months for 2025 and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I think your journey is so long, and we're gonna have this conversation multiple multiple times. I know that this is not going to be your first time, heard it here first, but it's just going to be more and richer and longer story and more adventures to it. You know what I'm saying?
To share.
Like 100%, bro. And I really do 100% appreciate your time. So at this moment, bro, how can we find you, bro? Like let us know platform wise, social media wise, you know, music. How can we reach? How can we access all of this information you're sharing with us today, bro?
Well, first and foremost, Instagram's where you're gonna see me the most. Instagram, YouTube, all Nico Fortune, NIXO. Fortune, you feel me? NIXO_Fortune, Nico Fortune on all platforms, streaming platforms. The race coming out this Tuesday. Once again, the race. Stay in your motherfucking lane before you crash out. You heard me? The lane dropping. You feel me? The race dropping this Tuesday. And yeah, you can find me on all platforms, man. TikTok, YouTube, all Nico Fortune.
Yes, sir.
Yep,
yes,
Nico
sir.
Fortune,
yes, sir.
man.
Yes,
The race
sir.
coming out this Tuesday, man. Tap in. We got plenty content coming from that rollout, and we just getting things. This is about to be the fun part here in the end of the year. We got a lot in store.
Music wise, how can we find you, man? Spotify,
YouTube, Apple Music, Tidal, where all music is sold.
I'm gonna tag all your links in this video bio too, so people can just reach you and you know access you and you know check you out mostly, bro. I'm looking forward to more like videos and you know visual content from you because you really creative in that space, and I think that's something you definitely working on expressing a little bit more too. But you know, like I said, bro, I'm looking forward to more of, you know, what you got in store. And, you know, we always right there. We're always going to be working with each other. So I feel like this is just the beginning of something new. And, like, just a little bit you have even shared with us and, like, what can we expect, bro? Like I said, bro, one of the dopest answers I ever heard was today where you saying that the best thing you had we haven't even heard it yet. That is unique because it's just, like, you know what to expect from yourself, my boy. Like that. I
don't feel like I've ever hit my full potential at all, bro. Like it's crazy. Like I've been doing this for a minute, but I feel like I really, you know, that 10,000 hours only hit like a year or two ago, where I just felt like
straight
nigga, I could
up,
create
bro. Think
whatever.
about how many
like,
people been grinding, how many artists, bro. A real creator is, a real creator is not supposed to blow up on his first song, bro. That's not what creativity is, bro.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Development, man. You know, that's a
time. You know what I'm saying? The older you get, the stronger you muscle up in that field, bro. You feel me? So
artist development is real, man. It's needed. You know what I'm saying? It's
100%,
needed. It's needed. You know,
man. I just want to say, bro, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you on Heard It Here First, man.
You, man.
Thanks for the time. I feel like there's more to come, bro. Like we got 100%. More and more, and they can keep an eye out. The race is coming out this Tuesday. Right?
And the race gonna be out all platforms, man.
All platforms,
Nico Fortune,
man.
the race,
make sure you go
all
rock
platforms,
with my brother,
man.
And make sure you rock with my brother, and don't forget like, comment, subscribe. Hit this video, man. Share with friends, share with family. Reach out to Nico. You know, if you're an artist, you're a creator, man, trying to work, make sure you reach out here too. We got Color Studio Seattle. Man, make sure you show love, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace out.